I need the rookies and the Vipers to report to field 6.
And there it is.
Straightaway center.
Gone.
That is.
Nord, when he needed it, got it. And it's 5-2. And Nord is trying to pump up his team.
Anytime you have a national championship, you want everybody playing at their best as much as possible. And
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the West Coast Wiffle Report. I'm going to get this episode out here. I've been working on this all spring. It's crazy how much time I've spent on this thing, and it's still not done. But we're going to do part 1. This is our Joe Nord interview. Billy Owens is also featured in here, where we talk about the 2003-2004 Fast Plastic National Championships, the Vipers, and in the box met in both semifinals. This is mainly going to be a feature on the 2003 game, which the Vipers won 1-0 in extra innings. Greg Edwards and Randy Dalby had consecutive doubles to finally score a run in that game. And then the 2004, we'll leave you in suspense on that. How about that? But anyway, we'll have more of that coming up. So we'll go right into it here. But first, I want to give a shout-out. Fast Plastic Radio Network. Give them a listen. You can catch them on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Also, check out Wiffle Now. A lot of the podcasts there that coming out from Midwest, NWL, and I don't even know all the things that they have combined in there now, but Mid-Atlantic does a lot of stuff in there too. A lot of good stuff to listen to. You can subscribe to that on iTunes. Also, you can go to whiffkings.com, register there, find out all the stuff that they have going there. A lot of cool discounts, some good materials there too. Thanks for listening. You can hear this also on Spotify, WCWR. So here we go. We'll be bringing up part 2 of this episode will be coming out hopefully by October. We started things off with Joe just discussing some thoughts as we went into the 2003 Final Four.
Ironically, I remember when you first reached out to me, I watched the 2003 Whiff DVD not too long ago. Jim, I looked like a little kid. You know, Randy looked like a little kid. I mean, we were baby faced. I mean, like, you know, we were, you know, me and him are about the same age, so like, you know, not too many years difference, but you know, we were just, I mean, we were babies. I mean, I didn't even have any facial hair. It was like, I was like, who the hell? I'm like, you know, I was 30 pounds lighter. You know, I only weighed like, you know, I weighed like 180 pounds at the time. I'm like 230 now. So I mean, like, you know, I was like, man, yeah, I was like 18 years old, you know. And then, you know, I remember that game too. You know, facing you guys, I mean, forget it. Like, you know, I found out that I was either facing the national champions from the prior year, or I was facing the Shockers. I was like, man, I'm screwed either way. You know, like, you know, this is, you know, I got, you know, I mean, pick your poison at this point. So then we played you guys, and I mean, Jim was just on fire. He was, you know, he was painting the zone. You know, it's like that guy misses. You know, he just he was a machine for 9 innings, and me, I was just trying to, you know, keep par with him and you know, just play my best game. And you know, I think I got like 1 hit that whole game, and you know, it didn't go over the fence, so I was a little upset about that. And then I think in the 9th, you guys 0-3. Right?
Yeah, do you remember that hit was early in the game? I watched the video not too long ago too. About the same time I was talking to you about it. That hit about another foot higher, and it's a home run, and the game's over in 6 innings, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I got to talk to the grounds crew, you know, from 15 years ago and be like, hey, listen, you know, with these fences regulation size.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in this next section, we hear from Joe and Billy in regards to this 2003 tournament.
Basically, they were players coming from unknown parts of the country. Like, we knew the New Jersey and the New York guys. We knew them. We knew the LA guys, you know. We knew a few of the guys from Florida, but we didn't know anything about the Texas guys and the St. Louis and the Chicago teams, you know, all these players coming in from these new areas. We didn't know anything about them, so it was really hard to have scouting reports and prepare for pitchers.
It was really the first of its kind where it brought teams in from all over the country.
I mean, not to be, like, you know, ignorant, but, like, I didn't know who a lot of the West Coast were because this is my first year playing. You know, like, I didn't know about the Tracy Shockers. I didn't know about the Arizona Vipers. You know? I didn't know Quattro. Like, but when I came down there, man, I really learned quickly who these guys were and what they were all about.
So the semifinals were set up, Vipers versus In the Box. Then over on the next field was Tracy Shockers versus the Stompers. And we have a few clips here. Billy talking about the teams, the situation, what was going on, some comments about the stark differences between the two games that were going on.
That Vipers In the Box matchup, yeah, I think that was the for the Final Four, or even for the majority of the playoffs, that was like the marquee matchup because it was, you know, the reigning champion versus a perennial powerhouse, you know, that had a big name, you know, and with Bruce Christie being a big name player and part of the Fast Plastic Machine, you know, I think everybody was focusing on that game and the winner of that moving on to win it all. So it was going to be interesting.
I remember our field was pretty quiet. That's one of the things I really remember. Our field, you had no idea what was going on, how close it was. The other field, we're kind of looking over there going, man, what's going on over there?
Well, you got, you know, the Vipers, you guys were very low key, you know, never raising your voice. You'd never hear, let's go, you know, how you would hear from the East Coast guys. Mm-hmm. So it was just a real sort of like a casual approach from the Vipers. And then In the Box, it was Bruce Christie and Joe Nord. Joe Nord was a rookie, so he wasn't the Joe Nord that we became familiar with later on, the champion Joe Nord. He was still in a feeling out process, so, you know, pretty low key. And then you had Bruce Christie, who I don't think the guy's ever been mad in his life, you know, so he's just real business as usual, you know, and take things as they come. And so, yeah, there was nothing, no outburst, nothing from that game that I can remember.
And here Billy discusses the Tracy Shockers, who feature Joel and Ryan DeRoche with Josh and Jake Smith, and their opponents, the Stompers. I can't remember who was all on there. I remember Adam Friend, I think the Cook brothers, I think Paul and Tim were both on that team. And he discusses what his thoughts were going into that game.
Yeah, so I knew those guys because I had played against them in L.A., had many games against them. You know, 2002 was their first year playing, and I knew how good they were. You know, I knew the Stompers, too, and that team that they had put together. It was like, I don't see how anybody's going to hit Joel or even Ryan. I mean, I wasn't really expecting any games to be blowouts or anything like that, but at the same time, I didn't expect it to end, you know, in the way that game did end, which was an all-time classic.
Okay, that's going to close up the first episode of this two-part series of the 2003-2004 semifinal matchups between In the Box and Vipers. One of the other things I didn't mention in there, pitcher in that Stompers, Tracy Shockers game for the Stompers was Nick Schaefer. I just conveniently left him out. But anyway, thanks again for listening. Good night now.
I need the rookies and the Vipers to report to field 6.
And there it is.
Straightaway center.
Gone.
That is.
Nord, when he needed it, got it. And it's 5-2. And Nord is trying to pump up his team.
Anytime you have a national championship, you want everybody playing at their best as much as possible, and